Um, First of all, my condolences goes to the Ali family. Rest his soul to the GOAT. Not quite sure if I'm gonna answer your question exactly how you wanted to, but just so many thoughts come to my mind when I think about the man who passed away yesterday. What he represented. As a kid, I gravitated towards him because he was a champion, but I only knew as a kid what he did inside the ring. As I got older and I started to be more knowledgeable about the sport, about sport in general, and about the guys who paved the way for guys like myself. I understood that he is the greatest of all time, and he was the greatest of all time because of what he did outside of the ring. Obviously, we knew how great of a boxer he was, but I think that was only 20% of what what made him as great as he was. What he stood for. I mean, it's a guy who basically had to give up a belt and relish everything that he had done because of what he believed in, and ended up in jail because of his beliefs. That's a guy who stood up for so many different things throughout the times where it was so difficult for African Americans to even walk in the streets. And for an athlete like myself today, without Muhammad Ali, I wouldn't be sitting up here talking in front of you guys. I wouldn't be able to walk in restaurants. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere where blacks weren't allowed back in those days because of guys like Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Oscar Robertson, Bill Russell, Lou Alcindor, Jackie Robinson, and the list goes on and on. So when a icon like Muhammad Ali passed away, it's just it's very emotional. It's also gratifying to know that a guy, one man, will sacrifice so much in his individual life, knowing that it will better the next generation of men and women after him. So today I can sit and go to China and make trips to China and all over the world, and people know my name and know my face. I give all credit to Muhammad Ali because he was the first icon. He is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, and it has zero to do with his accomplishments inside the ring. I just think it's in you. If it's in you, then it will be brought to light. If it's not, then it won't. I would never compare myself to Muhammad Ali because I never had to go through what those guys had to go through back in those times. But in my own struggles and my daily struggles of, as I continue to say, growing up in the inner city, being a statistic that was supposed to go the other way, and I'm able to sit up here today knowing I was a guy who beat the odds. And it's just, you never take for granted the path and the guys who just every single day just struggled in their individual lives and everything they had to go through on a daily basis for us, for a guy like myself. And yes, I've had some adverse moments in my life, and yes, I've had to deal with a lot of things as a professional. And I've spoken up on a lot of issues that other athletes may not speak upon, but I feel it's my duty to carry on the legacy of the guys who did it before me. I think what's unfortunate sometimes with some of our greats and some of our role models and some of our leaders is that we don't appreciate them until they're gone. And I think that's unfortunate. But I think in Muhammad's case, I hope we was able to appreciate him from the time that he was set or stepped foot on earth, and along his path from a kid all the way to a teenager, all the way to an adult, and to a father, and so on and so on. His legacy will obviously live on, and It's funny. Last night we were back at the hotel, and a good friend of mine, or a role model friend of mine, who actually grew up in the same hometown as Muhammad Ali and kind of around the same age. He put on last night on the TV where we were, the Thriller in Manila, the fight between Ali and Frazier, and it was it was just an unbelievable pound for pound slugfest, but just two greats, just seizing the opportunity and seizing the moment to be in, to doing what they love to do, and just sent a lot of emotions through all of us, just in that room watching it, and like I said, I had an opportunity to meet him a few times. And for him to be able to fight the disease that he had for so long, I think 3 decades he had that disease for, and still be able to recognize and do the things that he wanted to do and live on. He's a powerful man.